So Sina, tell us more about those foods that are perfect for us to eat right about now, early
Okay.
March.
Yes, absolutely. So sour citrus fruits like lemons and limes and grapefruit are all good choices because they cut fats that have been stored in the body during the winter months, and they keep the liver qi moving smoothly, kind of like radishes. They go outwards. Bitter leafy greens is really interesting, especially as we think about spring and liver cleansing and spring cleansing and so forth. And that's what the bitter flavor does. In Chinese medicine, bitter drains dampness and heat. So all that heat and kind of static energy that we've stored up gets out of your system with bitter. The thing from conventional medicine that's really interesting about bitter is that we have bitter tastants on our bitter receptors, on our tongue, but we also have them through the entire digestive system. And so in the colon, the bitter tastants are tied to satiety, the feeling of having enough food, which is sugar cravings. So the more bitter foods you eat, the less likely you are to eat sugar. And we all want to, get a little bit bikini ready in the springtime. And so that's a great way to help to shed those winter pounds.
Wait, tell me out. Give me some examples of what is a bitter green.
Arugula, radicchio, mustard greens, spinach, dandelion greens, that kind of thing.
Ooh,
And the more you can eat them raw, just you don't have to eat mounds and mounds and mounds, but a little bit every day helps to get that liver qi moving.
okay. So for this retreat, I'm going to make sure we have those greens in the refrigerator. And for everybody who participates, I'm going to have a little resource list that says you should store this. This is awesome.
Yeah. And one other little nugget is I don't know if you've ever heard the term spring chicken, but chickens, they run around. They're really, really active. And so this is an appropriate time of the year to enjoy the locally grown pasture raised chickens that have been out and running around. And pairing chicken with some of those aforementioned foods can be a very healthy and liver happy meal.
Ooh. And the liver has been the star of this show. And I will tell you that that is always what we come back to in my acupuncture appointments. So so my question is that like common, or is that a certain type of person who has this liver situation?
So we all have all of the different energies, right? We all have each one, but sort of the jing from mom and the jing from dad come together and make the first like little bits of you. So if mom and dad have those proclivities, then they tend to be passed along. But I think the bigger issue is not just the genetics, but sort of the epigenetics in Chinese medicine. We live in a culture of frustration. Advertisement is always telling us we need a bigger house and a prettier, pool and a nicer car and a bigger diamond on our finger and all that sort of thing. And so enough in our culture is never enough. So we live in a constant state of frustration and striving and trying to get to the next thing and so forth. So I think a lot of it is cultural. And I think in our country in particular, we have a lot of liver qi stagnation. We're certainly seeing that in terms of the anger and the aggression and the lashing out and the kind of volcano-like explosions that happen at the slightest little thing. We really shouldn't be shooting each other in traffic. We shouldn't be so frustrated that somebody sitting through a red light makes us pull out a gun and kill another human. That's a massive amount of cultural liver qi stagnation
Mm,
coming up.
yeah, yeah.
We'll
More
talk
could be
about
said
that for
about
days.
fire. Yes. We'll have to talk again because, yes, this culture we live in has been called a fire culture from African indigenous wisdom traditions. So, yes, yes, this is all kind of coming together. All right,
Yeah.
doctors.
Truth
See
is
you
truth.
next time.
Thanks.